Okay, so now we're back. The next option is whether you want the Windows 98 print dialog box. If you like the way that looked in your Windows 98, addict, then you're going to want that checked. I don't remember how that works, even though I use Windows 98, so I don't have it checked. Okay, now we come to the lexicon browser drag and drop. What's that? This is the 6th time I've tried to record this segment because it keeps bombing every time I do this function. Okay, that is in the resource window. Let's do it again. I'll make sure I'm still recording because the recorder turns off when I do this. Here's the resource tab. The analysis tab, by contrast, will let you search on Hebrew and Greek words. See, you just put your mouse over the word and it'll tell you what the word is. Alright? But the resources window, and I don't know why anybody wants this, but if you click on that, you get the whole lexicon. Alright? And maybe you want that. Whatever. Okay, Psalm 98 is the verse we're on, so that's why it's highlighted in BibleWorks. And you see how I can move it. Not very well. See? My ability to move this window is because I have this checked where it says enable drag and drop. See? If it's checked, I can move the window. Well, I can move the window, but unfortunately there is some kind of conflict with the window and my recording. Like I said, this is the 6th time I've tried to record this segment and it keeps bombing and I have no idea why. Alright, but you see what this is. Alright. It'll move better in your copy. It's just not moving because of the stupid recording program. I don't know why. But it does move very easily. Alright. It's probably because the lexicon is so big. Alright, the same thing is true down here. That's the lexicon. You want that. Then there's the browse window itself, which is this top part here that right now is very small and is highlighted, see here in blue. That's called the browse window, this section. Okay, you can get a new browse window. God, I hope this records. You can get a new browse window. It's not letting me do it. I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back. Alright, we'll finish and come back. Okay, we're back. I'm trying to troubleshoot. Maybe the way I load the programs is causing the problem. I don't know. I had just shown you that the lexicon browser, which is this thing here, okay, if you want to be able to move it, then you need to check the box that says enable lexicon browser drag and drop, like here, right here. So you want that checked. There's also the browser window, which is where I got hung up the last time, and it could be because of the way I'm loading these programs and in what order. The browse window, you can create a second browse window right here. Alright, see, it starts off assuming the same thing as in the top browse window, which is right up here. See, this is the upper browse window. Alright. The second browse window, you wouldn't be able to move it around and minimize it and play with it unless you have checked here enable browse window drag and drop. See, you left click with your mouse and you hold down, and that's dragging. Okay, and obviously I'm dropping it. Okay, and then this minimizes that window. See, I've just minimized the browse window. See, it's sitting here saying NAU Psalm 90 verse 8, so I know what I've minimized. In order to be able to play those games with the window, which is now suddenly starting to hang up on me again. That might be a mouse problem. Sorry, ever since I This computer looks like it's on its last legs. If you want to be able to do that, move it around. Then you need to have this thing checked, enable browse window drag and drop. Got that? Okay. The recorder's still working, so it does make a difference whether I load BibleWorks first or last. This time I loaded BibleWorks last. There's some kind of hotkey conflict between these two programs. Alright, next item on the list is filter RTF Export for maximum compatibility. Let me move that up here so you can see it better. Filter RTF Export for maximum compatibility. This is if your word processor is having trouble with this. See, you got RTF clipboard, that you want to use the RTF format when you paste. Okay, but let's say you had a problem doing that. Instead of just turning this off, you could have this stay on and then also turn this on. And that way your export will get rid of potential known conflicts that word processors like Word and WordPerfect have with the RTF format. Frankly, WordPerfect will not have any problems. It's Word that has the problems. Okay, every version of WordPerfect I can think of is best at file conversion. The only files it cannot convert well is in WordPerfect X4. Anything after Office 12, WordPerfect Office 12, anything after that is glitchy because Corel took it over. When Corel takes over a firm or Symantec takes over a firm, I don't know what happens. The software goes in the tank afterwards. Alright, so Corel software is very glitchy after about WordPerfect. Well, WordPerfect 6 through 9 and 12 are actually okay. But it's after that, just forget it. So you might need this for WordPerfect afterwards. But I didn't see that problem in WordPerfect. What I do see a problem in WordPerfect is between WordPerfect and Word. Okay, Word after 2.03 is really glitchy. Alright, so you might have to check this box even for those two software programs, which generally speaking handle RTF better than everybody else. Okay, I can't speak for other word processing programs. So click that box if you're having trouble with RTF, and if clicking that box doesn't work, then unclick this and unclick this. Okay, sorry this is so complicated, but there's nothing but incompatibilities in the human race, and especially in programming. Alright, so our next thing is this one, close copy dialog, pop up on copy. This thing here, let me move it down. This is the copy dialog. Why they did it this way in BibleWorks 8, I don't know. This is really dumb. All it's set up to do is to copy one verse. They expect you to type in the range. Alright, you click on options. Which isn't working. It's another hotkey conflict, it looks like. Well, it's not working. It does work in the program. This is a conflict with my screen recorder. Okay, it's going into a system hang. Okay, you click on options, and actually this is what you get. It wasn't supposed to do this. I think it's because it's looking for it to be in only one box. Alright, these are your output options right here. Alright, if you instead wanted this whole box to disappear after you did your copy, which is a lot more complicated than it is in BibleWorks 5, if you wanted to do that, then you're supposed to click on the box. I don't have success with this option working. Even when I have it clicked, okay, this little stupid box doesn't disappear. But that could be my system. Alright, so the idea is to auto close this box, which is not only not auto closing, but it's hanging up the machine. So I'm just going to get rid of it, okay? Because I don't know why it's causing a problem, but it's causing a problem. See, BibleWorks end now. So I'm ending it. So now I have to come back to BibleWorks. So that pop-up copy window is glitchy. It's not just my machine. See, and now BibleWorks isn't ending. Okay, so I'm going to end this segment of the video because obviously it's causing a problem, that copy box. It's a stupid window. Okay, I'll have to come back in a few minutes, as usual. Okay, I'm recording now, but I can't. There we go. I'm having trouble with hotkeys. There's a hidden hotkey in BibleWorks that's F10. But it's not disclosed in the documentation, so I don't know what it does. Okay, where we were. Lexicon browser window, you want that checked so that you can, when you click the browser window for the lexicon, hopefully it's going to come up someday soon. It's only because I'm recording it's this slow. That way you can move it. Otherwise you can't move it if you don't have that box checked. So you want lexicon browser window drag and drop to be checked. Okay, now the same thing is true for the browse window, which I'm having trouble showing you because of some kind of hotkey conflict. You want that to be checked too. Now let's see if I can get this to work. Alright, view, new browse window. Let's see if we'll get it to work. There, see? If you want to be able to move the browse window, you have to have this checked at the bottom here. Have it checked on. Okay? And by the way, I suspect that the new browse window has a hidden key of F10 to turn it on, because that's what's been causing the problem with my program. I had to change my hotkey on my recorder to F9, which is used in BibleWorks for the advanced search engine, which is no good, or at least I've never been able to make it work. So I've overridden overridden the BibleWorks in order to be able to do this video. Okay, see, so here, long story short, if you want to move this, you check that. Okay. Finally, sorry. I've been trying to get that to work for 4 hours. Okay, next. I started to talk about in one of my versions, I talk about it in this one. If you're having trouble with your word processor understanding RTF format, which you shouldn't, if you're having that problem, instead of just turning this off, leave it on and also turn this on. And that might solve your problem, because some of the formatting in the old RTF files might not agree with newer word processors. All your old word processors understand it, because it's the oldest format known to computers. Okay, one of the good things. Alright, otherwise just generally leave it off. Okay. The next place we had a problem was in the copy dialog. Alright, that's this thing up here. This thing. Okay, supposedly if you want to auto turn this off after you've used the copy function, you want to click on this. It doesn't work for me. Clicking on this doesn't turn this thing off when I'm done with the copy function. This is a stupid thing. I don't know why they even invented it. The BibleWorks 5 version was much better. Okay, you set your options either by clicking on the options up here or going down here. Okay, I can't do both at the same time. I can't click on this box and show the options because it's just going to take me here anyway. Alright, but see, if you want it to auto close after you're done copying, you're supposed to click on this box. It doesn't work. Not for me. Maybe it'll work for you. So the only way I can get it to work is to turn it off with the X here. I just plain not use this. This is not functional. In BibleWorks 5 it was perfect. So I leave it unclicked because it doesn't work if I don't. Now we come to Hebrew space dots. What is that? Some kind of special star? No. In Hebrew text, if I can just get this thing to start working again now. In Hebrew text, hello. It won't. BibleWorks is hanging up. Okay, wait a minute. Hebrew space dots. We're now talking about Hebrew space dots. See, they make it more complicated, so it's harder to use, and it's got more. There we go. Finally. Okay. In Hebrew text, sometimes there are little dots in between two words because they're supposed to go together. They call those space dots. I've never seen one. I've been copying and pasting Hebrew text from BibleWorks for over 10 years. I've never seen a space dot. So I don't know what they look like, but apparently they exist. Because you have this option here to remove them. Down here, to remove them. So if you ever see a Hebrew space dot, okay, if you ever see one and you don't like it, then you're going to come back here and you're going to check that box, okay? Remove Hebrew space dots. That's all I can say. That's the end of this segment, and then we're going to go on, and next we're going to come to notes. Thought I did notes already. That must have been in a version that didn't save. Okay, that's it. Signing off.